Thanks for joining Live with Laura today. We're going to be talking about Epic 2022. Yay. For those of you that are new, Applied Systems comes out with a new version of Epic once a year. This year, they're going to do it 2 times. So one winter release and then one summer release. So this winter release has just a few updates that I wanted to go through with you all. So we can take a look at them in just a few minutes. I have all these screens that are popping up at me. All right, yes, I see everybody on, great. All right, so don't forget to chat in your questions, raise your hand. I know everybody, I talk about it all the time about how we use the as NOAA private Facebook group, and that's very helpful for everybody to learn from their peers. So please, let's use that today when we are talking about Epic. So today, all about Epic, and Anissa is going to show us the Epic browser. If you have not seen it, it's a really great feature that we're going to be using a lot in the next couple of years. So we want to show you the Epic browser as well. Has anybody noticed anything different when they logged into Epic yesterday or today if you were logging in? Not too many differences right when you log in. All right, just a few things that I wanted to discuss like I always do. You know, I was going to put a slide in about the outstanding commissions report, and I thought, oh, you know what, you guys have heard me talk about this every single Live with Laura, so I'm not going to. It's pretty simple. Put your policies in Epic and you'll get paid commission. It's that simple. We should not have an outstanding commissions report that goes on and on and on. But I told Anissa today, I'm not gonna, you know, hound on the outstanding commissions report. So that's it. I got that, Anissa. All right. So if you have not registered for our As NOAA Connect, that's our As NOAA sales conference that's going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona this year, please go to asnoaa.com, register, and then take a look at all the great things that we're going to be doing at our conference. And like I had mentioned last month, and you should have received this month, our education roundup newsletter. That's where we're going to put in all of everything education, any upcoming webinars we have, any workshops. So tomorrow we're doing a medical supplement webinar, and that's with Invictus. So if you have not registered for that, please do so. You should be receiving another email today about that. And there's 2 sessions tomorrow, and I believe, Anissa, they're at 10 and 2 Central Time.
That is correct, and they are for Arizona and Illinois agents only at this time.
Okay, thank you for letting us know that. So Illinois and Arizona. Also, April 13th or the 14th, 2 different sessions Safeco's have in auto and home. They want to share with our group everything and the benefits of their products. So you can join that as well. And then our next Live with Laura is going to be about flood insurance with Service Master. And Denise is going to show us Exam FX about CE and getting flood certified. So look for all of those emails upcoming. So this is what we're all here for. I'm going to get into Epic. If you can give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull that up so we can go over these features. All right, so first feature that I want to show you today, well, I really can't show you. It's the locked area. So if you're ever working in a policy or a certificate of insurance and you get that error message that says you are locked out of this area, then all you need to do is log out, log back in, and it will automatically unlock you for you. You don't need to email us and ask us to unlock it. The system will automatically do that for you once you log out and log back in. Now, this locked area is different than the area that says you don't have rights to that area. So locked area, when you are in a certificate or a policy and it's telling you you can't access it anymore because it's locked. So just log out and log back in. All right, that's feature number 1. We're excited about that one. The next one I want to show you is in attachments. So here's my clients. I'm going to go over here to attachments. And of course, it opened up on my other screen. And here there's something new. We have this show only important documents. Okay. So when you attach an item, you can attach it so it will show you your important ones. So what would be important? Important to me would be quote sheets. So if I need to go back in and I'm going to remarket somebody and I need to double check any of the quote information, I can save it as a show only. All right. Let me go back and I want to show you this feature. So if I pull up my documents and I already have the home auto, let's put this motorcycle quote over here. And I'm just going to drop and drag it right in here. That's all I have to do when I want to use attachments. And then it's going to pop up. What do I want to do with this? Here is this new feature marked as an important policy documents. So if you click that, you can change where you want it to go. So let's say I'm going to put it in my quotes folder and it is a quote sheet. And now I'm going to click finish. And it's going to go into the area of show only important policy documents. Here it is. It's showing me just my important ones. That's feature part A of this new feature. So now let's say you're on policies. And who was that brought that to our attention, Catherine? I think it was Stacy. All right.
Yes, it was Stacy. Yep.
Stacy from Yuma showed us this. All right, I'm going to come over here and now I'm going to attach this to this auto. See how it's hanging there? I'm going to drop this down. And what happens is it automatically checks this box for you. So if you don't want it to be marked as your important policy documents, uncheck it. Check it, uncheck it if you do not. I'm going to leave it checked because I do want my quote sheets to be important documents. Signed applications could be important documents. Signed cancellations. Anything that you're going to need to get to very quickly that you don't need to scroll through or look through by folders. So now you're thinking, well, wait, what am I going to do now? So if we go in and they're already attached and you're like, I want to make some important. So if you go up to actions and you edit this attachment detail. So I went into attachments, found it, actions, edit attachment details. Now I can make this one that's already attached important. And I want to change what folder it's going to go to. And I'm going to put a subfolder in. And then I'm going to click finish. So now this is going to be in my important documents. Oh, wait, it's not. All you have to do is click this refresh button over here. And it added it in there. Pretty cool. Anyone think that that's an awesome feature? I do. I think it's really great. 12 years of attachment. So Ryan, do you want to put 12 years of attachments in as important documents? I think I might have missed that first part of that chat. All right, so this is pretty cool. I know, Penny, I love it too. So now we have this in here and show important documents. Anybody have any questions on this? Anybody having any questions on attachments? So, oh, you want to, let's see if we can do this. Let's try these two here. So I'm going to go to actions. And if I edit the attachment details, I can only edit the attachment at a time. So only one at a time. Hope that helps, Ryan. All right, if you have any questions on attachments, please let me know. Attachments are a great way to store all of your documents for your clients. So let's say you are not in the office that day and you are working from home and you are completely paper. That person who's working from home or from another state or from the beach, wherever they may be working, they will have access to all of their attachments right here in Epic. And it's going to save on all of those attachments that you're putting in on your computer. So all you need to do, and if you want me to go show you that again, is just go over here and drag it over. And you can drag more than one attachment. So let's see, we're going to do 3. So now I dragged over 3 attachments at one time, and then I can mark those as important if I want to, or uncheck those. You can change the name of the descriptions on here. So let's say it wasn't a classic car. Maybe you saved it wrong when you were saving it on your computer. But we can go ahead and we can mark those and then click finish. So we brought over all those attachments. They're not going to be saved on our computer anymore. And then now they're going to be all in my show important policy documents. All right. Any questions? Anybody? Anissa, Catherine, is there anything in the chat that I should go over?
No, I don't see anything new.
All right. I think only Penny liked this feature. All right. So I do have Simon ask, can I drag the DocuSign or do I need to save it first? If the DocuSign goes into your email and you're using Outlook, all you need to do is open up your email and then you can drag your emails over. See how I have my email here? And it's a progressive email. All right, so I can just drag it over there from my Outlook. And you must be using Outlook Outlook, the desktop version, in order to be dragging and dropping your emails. Did that answer your question, Simon? Great. All right, let me get out of that. All right, so if there's no questions with attachments, I am going to get into Suspense. All right, so here we are. We're going to get into Suspense. One of the new features in Suspense is if you enter, let's say, if you look at this one for Tyler Hammond, and I'm sorry if this is somebody on the calls, but I just wanted to use this as an example. See how there's a space after the J. So if you issue a nationwide auto policy and you put it in with no space, it's not going to find it. But all I needed to do in this case was take out this space and click find, and it finds the policy. With this new feature moving forward, so anything that's in here now for Tyler, you know, for this example is not going to attach, but moving forward, if you have not put that space in there, it's going to find that policy and it's going to update it automatically for you. So that should help with some of the issues that we have that are in Suspense. So it's going to be really awesome. Thank you. Jamie likes that too. So I'm going to assign this for whoever's this is. If you ever see anything go through on your own accounts and it says Laura Hamilton did something, it's probably because I was testing something or testing a new feature, or I was assigning it for you out of Suspense, because I kind of do that sometimes. If I'm sitting here, I might just come down here and click find, because it's so important to make sure that your new business policies are getting entered into Epic so you can get paid commission. So when I was going through this, I was amazed at all of the new business policies that are still here in Suspense that can't find a home. So if your policy number is wrong that you entered into Epic, you're not going to get paid commission. So checking your downloads daily, every other day, weekly is going to prevent those policies from going on the outstanding commissions. So you can search for them by the branch code is what I would do first. I would do the BRCH, and then I would put in a branch code. And I don't want to call anybody out unless somebody says, hey, can you take a look at that? But you can search for those by the branch codes, or you can search for them by your account names if you're looking for one. So I'm going to do account name, and I had another example here for you guys. And it was for a Nicole, and it's not responding. Here we go. So this one here, same issue, but moving forward, it's going to find that space. And Jamie Selective does 2 spaces. Don't know. I'm going to assume yes, it should find it if there's 2 spaces, but I'll double check with you on that. But according to interface at, that's what they call interface, our Suspense, that's what they had said. If there's any spaces that you didn't put in and there are spaces that downloaded, it will find it automatically for you. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to take this space out and find it, and then I'll update it for you. I'm not sure whose this is, but here we go. All right, so when I clear my filter, then it's going to take me back to everything that's in Suspense. And then if I go down to branch and I go to CCI, because Stephanie said, go ahead and use her as an example, it'll locate any of the policies that are in Suspense under your branch code. Now, remember, if you're using a shared code with Allegiance or with Agency 1, it's not going to download with your branch code. Not ever going to download with your branch code. It may download with AIS or AZ1 on it, but in this case, that's when you should search by the first name of your client if you are looking for a download. So here you go, Stephanie. Here's what you have to work on. And you're probably thinking, boy, Laura, you're right here. Why don't you just assign those for me? Nah, I can't do that. All right, so here's Suspense. Is there any questions on how this new feature is going to work? I like it. I wish there could have been some more. We keep fighting with Applied Systems. We want them to be able to do a lot more. That's going to help us with our downloads. So in the, I believe it was the last education roundup, Angel put in their awesome video, I believe it was, or was it Catherine? Not sure. Sorry, guys, of how you can log into Applied Systems and go into, they call it a PAC, PAC, and you can go in there and suggest new features that you would like in Epic. So we can thank Jeremy Eden for our dashboard that we have up here, because he went in and he put this feature on the PAC, and now we have it. So Applied Systems does listen to us. So if you guys have ideas, throw them on there. It's an amazing place to go in and see what everybody else is thinking, the same things you are as well. All right. Are we good with this? I think so. Any questions, guys, on the chat that I missed?
No, I don't see anything else.
Okay, so we have one more thing to go through, and Anissa's going to go through the Epic browser. So what I wanted to bring up real quick before we started is here's the Epic browser setup notes. So if you want to screenshot this, use the snippet tool, take a picture of it with your phone, whatever you need to do. And Anissa just put it in the chat. This is how you're going to get into the Epic browser. You no longer need to download Epic onto your computer. You can use the Epic browser, and you can use it on a Mac computer as long as you're using Chrome, Edge, or Firefox. So those are the 3 that you can use: Chrome, Edge, Firefox. All right, let me pull this down and let me get you set up here, Anissa. Okay, so did everybody get that? Take a picture of it, snapshot. It's awesome. So One feature why I really like the browser is I was over at my sister's house and somebody sent me a text that said, hey, I can't get in to Epic. And I could just log in right there from her computer and get through, unlock that person, change their password. So it is a great feature for us, and it should be for you too. If you're at somebody else's house or wherever you're at, your computer battery dies, you don't have it with you, you can log into theirs and send off a certificate of insurance that quickly. So I already have mine saved as a favorite. So I'm going to click on the Epic Online and I'm going to log in. Anissa, I hope I'm not stealing any of your thunder here.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Oh, of course, it doesn't want to work while I'm
Naturally.
on, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on, give me a minute. This is what did they call that? An epic fail. All right, so Applied told me if it doesn't work on my Chrome, I might have something blocking it, but I just had it open. And I am going to copy and paste from the chats. Thanks for putting that in there, Anissa. And if this doesn't work, Anissa, you're going to have to share your screen. I hope I've never done it while I've been on Zoom before. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I did put that in the chat. When it gives you that drop down, you want to make sure that you select ALLEG01_PROD for production. If you guys run into that and you're uncertain, you can always email us at training@azoa.com and we will verify that for you. But like Laura mentioned, the browser provides anytime and anywhere access to Applied Epic core capabilities. And honestly, I found the processing time a lot quicker. And again, it's accessible. So it'll give you the same features. It's the same navigation. And I'm going to request remote control, Laura. Thank you. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. I think one of the only differences is if you do go to a client account, it might open a new tab, but that might have changed.
You know what, Anissa,
Okay, no.
I think I changed my settings on that.
Oh, okay, perfect. So there's a setting for that. So yeah, same capabilities. You click the drop down, you're still going to see the last 20 accounts that you were in. I do want to address that with this update. Unfortunately, the browser no longer supports being accessed through an iPad. Okay, I just want to make note of that. However, if you do have a MacBook, it will still work. Okay, and then again, the browsers that you can use are Google Chrome, Mozilla Fox, and Microsoft Edge. So does anyone have any questions?
We do have one, Anissa. Can we still drag and drop from Outlook into attachments? Do you mind if I take over and test it? Or do
Go
you want
ahead.
All right, so I'm going to pull back up my test client. All right, Joe, let's test this out. And let's go to, looky there, Joe, it worked. Very nice. I'm just going to cancel it because I think I have like 4 times in here. All right, well, that's great. And you know what else I want to test out too? I want to test out that edit feature. Oh, it's right there. See, it's mimicking your downloaded version. Oh, go ahead, Anissa, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. So I actually had one more note. We were informed by Applied that sooner or later, the desktop version of Applied Epic will be obsolete and no longer an option to install on your computer. So if you guys want to become more familiarized with the browser, start using your browser, get in the habit of that. And there is no major difference. Like I said, I really think the processing time is a lot quicker. You can run your reports. It's accessible. Just note also that it does still take up a seat, one of your seats. So it's not an extra seat there. It's owning up one of your licenses.
Yes, that's a lot of people were confused at first when they started using that, thinking it was going to give them an extra seat, but it will not. So if you are logged in on your desktop and you leave and you go and try to use the browser version, it's going to tell you that there are no seats available, or it will give you that pop-up, hey, do you want to log off that last session you were on? But if you only have one seat and there's two people on, so we'll need to kick that other person out of Epic when you have those issues.
Yeah, or you can always just log out in the right-hand corner there, get in the habit of that so no one is prevented from signing in.
So Joe asked, do you still need to remember to log out? You do, Joe. You got to remember to log out and not just close the browser. Some people, when I was reading some information on this earlier today, were saying that by just closing out of the browser, it logged them out of Epic, because when they tried to come back in, they still had to log back in. Some people said no, they had to log out. So we'll have to just test that, Joe, and let us know if you have to log out or what you have to do with that. But I'm pretty sure I would recommend, just like Anissa said, log out every time. If you're leaving and going to lunch, log out of your computer. You don't want to leave all that information wide open for anybody to see if they walk into your office. So I was just showing you guys earlier that you can still access your reports in here, and you can still go in and assign your items from Suspense. And Catherine noticed today that it is much faster now when you click run on Suspense for it to pop up on your screen. So I don't know if anybody else noticed that. I think it's a little faster. Is the Chrome feature available now for this version here, Maria? Yes, you can access Epic browser now, Chrome, Edge, Firefox. So you still have access to all of the same areas in Epic. And Anissa just added that on again in the chat. You can copy and paste it and try it for yourself, but remember to log out of your desktop version. All right, any questions? Anybody have anything they want to go over in regards to the browser, want us to show you? If it's not working for you on Chrome, try Edge, Maria. That's what Applied Systems told me. I'm using Edge right now. I was in Chrome earlier today. I don't know if it has anything to do with because I'm on Zoom. All right. Anybody have any questions regarding anything? Anything more you want to show them, Anissa, on the browser?
No, that was all. And I'm not seeing any other questions come through, but if you guys do, you guys know to contact us at training@asnoa.com.
Absolutely. Especially if you guys need to get this information for the browser. I just popped it up again. So Alex just asked, can Epic browser be used on mobile? We just tested that, and I have an Android phone, and Catherine and Nisa have iPhones. I was able to go into Chrome, use the information up here, you know, go through here, this email address or search, whatever you call it, I'm so sorry. And yes, I was able to take a look at it. It's not pretty because my screen is so small, but I can locate a client's. I can do the little drop down next to the clients and pull up somebody. You know what? Let me turn this back on. All right, I'm turning my screen back on and I'm going to show you. Can you see that? It's pretty small and I wear glasses. So it is pretty small to be able to see and to maneuver through it, Alex, but try it and see if it works for you. It did not work on the Apple phones, but it will work on a Mac computer. Did that answer your question? Great. Does anybody else have any? Sure, I'll put that information up again for you. There you go, need it. So when you guys go in and you do the setup for this, here's another thing I wanted to show you. You go through, then you need to go to the help and then do this connection suite. So this connection suite, Joe is going to help with those Epic extensions and pulling in that information for your drag and your drop for your attachments. So when you are in here, if you go to help, you're going to click this connection suite. And oh, I do have an update. And then you would hit the install and then it's going to update for me. All right. All right. Do you need that up again, Michelle? Or did you grab it? All right, got it. And Roy's question, are we going to be able to have multiple accounts open with the Epic Web? So do you mean like clients here? So I have this client and then I just move back and forth through my clients. Is that what you mean, Roy, or did you want me to show you something different? That's what you meant. All right, perfect. So you can just use this drop down the same on the install version and find the last 20 clients that you were working on. If any of these are your clients, I apologize. I was looking at downloads on them. We usually have multiple accounts open. So you're saying like down here, you have multiple accounts open on the bottom. So this is my install version. Yes, so on my install version, I always have 5 or 6 accounts still open down below. But no, you can always just go right back and forth using right here on the little drop
Laura,
down.
didn't you turn off the feature that opens up multiple tabs?
That opens up multiple tabs. I did, Catherine. Thank you.
So if we
for
leave it
reminding me of that.
on, then it should act the same. It'll just open different tabs instead of different windows.
Yes, and where?
I don't know where you did that from.
I
though.
don't know where I did that. Can you take a note, Catherine?
Yeah.
Please, so we can email Roy and let him know how he can keep all those open. I didn't like all those open up here because then I have all these tabs open. I just wanted to keep one open because normally I'll have, you know, different carriers open up here. All right. So I think that's all the new features that Applied has for us today until summer. So I can't wait to see what summer has to bring. If anybody has anything, because we have a little bit of time, anything you want me to go over, throw it in the chat and I will show you. And David has a question. David, I unmuted you. David Raleigh. David. All right. I really appreciate everybody jumping on today. It was great to see all the names up there that are wanting to learn more information on Epic. So I greatly appreciate that. If you would like more information on the Epic browser, just let us know. We can email that out to you, but I can pull that information up again, and Nisa put it in the chat twice. And Kathy Becker still having some issues with Suspense. So we can take a look at any of those questions that you may have at the end. Kathy, just wanted to say thank you to everybody for jumping on today. Remember to use our resources that we have. Go to asnoa.com, take a look at the Asnoa Connect for our sales conference, and utilize the Asnoa private Facebook group. You got any questions, throw it out there, and look for our emails every month with the education roundup with all of our webinars and our workshops. So thanks again, everybody. The Epic 2022 wasn't huge like we have had in the past, but it still has some great new features. And Anissa, thank you for showing us the Epic browser. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great thing to have when you are not at your desktop computer. So please remember to fill out the evaluation at the end. And thank you for joining. Let us know what you want to see in any upcoming workshops or webinars. And remember, we're always here to help you guys do and work within the systems that we have to offer. So please join us on any of our weekly sessions. You can go to asnoa.com, go to the Asnoa University landing page, and take a look at all the different weekly sessions that we have. We have a lot, so take advantage of them because we're here to help you guys. So thank you for joining. I gave you guys 20 minutes back of your life. So go grab a coffee, turn on the radio, do some dancing, wake yourself up for the rest of your day. So thanks everybody, and always remember to be epic.